Hey guys, welcome to part 5 of my best friend, well, now ex best friend, is in prison for murder. I promise we're getting to the end of the story time, but like I said in the previous parts, you've got to know the whole backstory before we talk about the big stuff. I'm not a true crime girl or channel, so I'm not gonna just be like, on December 21st of 1962. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you my story, what I've been through, what I've seen, what I heard, what I feel. If you don't like it, sorry. No, but for real. So I just want to talk about like right before this happened. So just to give you a timeline, at this point we're in 2021, right? And she's moved back home. She's had her baby, but her life is just not coming together. She's not doing the things that she needs to do. And she made a lot of empty promises to me and a lot of other people that she would do better. She was going to get better. She was going to do this. She did have several times or bouts of like, I'm clean now. I'm not going to drink or do drugs anymore. She did have several of those moments, but they were short lived. And for me, it was just like I can't consistently talk to you every day because this is very draining for me, and I love you, you know, I guess. I love you, I guess, and I want the best for you, but, like, I need to love myself, and I want the best for myself, and I'm gonna have to, like, take a step back, and I told her this, like, I've gotta take a step back for me, and, like, if you really have a situation where you really need something, like, I'm gonna be there for you, if I can be within, my capacity, but as far as everything else goes, like, I'm exhausted, and I really, really need a break from the situation. And it just felt like every month she kept putting herself into worse situations. Like it was just something else, something different that was going on with another person, another guy, another this, another that. And, I just I couldn't understand why she wasn't motivated to be the best that she could be for her child, because how could you look at such a beautiful boy and not want to be the best version of yourself for him? And to be fair, I don't know what she struggled with in her mind. I don't know, what it's like to go through postpartum. I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. So I will extend some grace to her, and I'm not here to criticize her. Um but I was just sad. I was sad for her and the child and the situation, and I really, really did want her to be better. I think a lot of us did. A lot of us, they really did. And, our communication, it did begin to slow down when she realized I wasn't responding anymore. She would send me messages like random pictures of like, a black eye that someone had given her, or, of a cut that she had done to herself, or a bruise that she had. And I would just try to send like an encouraging message at some point, like, you got to leave that person alone. You got to do better. But it was very dry for me, very surface level, because you can't really help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. And she was kind of at that place. Like she didn't seem like she really, really wanted to get out of whatever lifestyle that she was leading. And if you ever dealt with someone like that, you know what that feels like. You know what it's like to experience people not willing to change and watching them throw their lives down the drain. It's just not fun. But let's get into what this story time is all about. Um she and I last talked in May of 2021. And my last messages to her was just really telling her it's time to move on from that toxic situation. It's time to grow, expand, be better. Like, I want you to go back to school, get your GED, do what you need to do so you can be the best mom you can be to your baby. Like, I want that for you." And telling her that she deserved better than what she was going through and what she's dealing with, and, like, having people put their hands on her. Like, no person deserves to be in a situation like that. And, she would tell me like, "Oh yeah, I'm done. That's the last time. I'm never gonna go back to that again." And then the money requests would start again. And so there was a few that happened, and I believe between May of 2021 and, maybe June or July. But she'd stopped. She'd stopped messaging me because I was not responding anymore, and she turned to other people. And I remember a mutual friend of ours reaching out to me and asking me, like, "Hey, is she asking you for money? Has she ever asked you for money?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's asked several times." And like, I remember having a conversation with a couple of our mutual friends, and everyone was kind of like in the same boat, that we were all kind of just tired and wanted to, step back. And we all had helped her. We had all given money. We had all, given the resources that we had. So it was a mutual decision for all of us to kind of just take a step back. And I had been stepped back. So for me, I guess it was just for me to cease communication entirely. And I remained her friend on social media. I'm still friends with her on social media to this day, because I don't really feel hate in my heart for her. Like, I don't hate her. I'm not angry with her for all that she's done. It takes too much energy to hate somebody or to be angry. I just simply observed how you moved, and I matured. I became smarter. I became wiser. I'm better now, and I took my friendship away from her, and she knew that. And so she didn't toe the line with me anymore. She didn't try to come back and try to keep forcing her way into my life. She actually for once really truly left me alone, and I never heard from her again since our last conversation. And the last few times she reached out to me in 2021, I never heard from her again. And I was satisfied with that. I went on like living my life, and I embarked on a different journey. In August of 2021, I started going to ultrasound school, and it's so crazy how this happened. Like, it's almost insane. It's almost insane. But I was very busy. Ultrasound school is very hard, and it took a lot of energy from me, and I had to really dedicate my focus on that. So I really didn't have space in my life for a friendship, let alone a friendship like this. You know what I mean? So in December of 2021, either right after finals or during finals, I was exhausted. I had a lot going on and trying to study for my last, couple classes, or maybe having just taken them. I can't remember the exact dates. um, I just know that I was really, really tired. My first semester of ultrasound school really whooped my butt. But I was in bed one night, and I think watching TV, and I get a text message, and it's pretty late at night, and it's from my mom. And my mom, she's a night owl, it seems like these days. So it's not unusual for her to send me a text randomly that night over like a TikTok to watch or something like that. But this time, she sends me a news article, and she goes, "Isn't that Tiffany?" And lo and behold, it sure was. I'll see y'all in the next and the final part where we talk about the article. I'll read you guys some of the complaint. I will I'll get into all of that. But I will see you guys in the next final part of this story of how my best friend is in prison for murder. Thank you so much for watching this far. And yeah, go ahead. Go to the next part. Go there. I'll see y'all there. Bye.